In an operation that truly epitomized their motto, "Who dares wins," Britain's Special Air Service, SAS, showcased their remarkable skills and valor in a high-stakes scenario in Basra, Iraq, on September 19, 2005. This mission, mirroring the audacity of the SAS crew who went hard to rescue their mate, unfolded in a city marked by its shift from a post-war recovery symbol to a nexus of insurgency. Deep undercover, two SAS operatives, codenamed Alpha 1 and Alpha 2, embarked on a secretive task. Post the 2003 US-led invasion, Iraq was mired in turmoil, with Basra's stability resting precariously on British shoulders. Yet, as insurgent forces increasingly infiltrated the local police, the very entity the British sought to bolster for peace, the complexity of their mission intensified. While concluding their reconnaissance, Alpha 1 and Alpha 2, disguised in local attire, were detected by undercover Iraqi policemen, leading to a skirmish where an officer was injured. Despite their efforts to blend in and talk their way past a police checkpoint, they were captured and subjected to harsh treatment by police aligned with hostile militias. Back at base, the SAS team in Basra watched in dismay as their colleagues appeared on Iraqi television, falsely accused of serious crimes. Concerns escalated over their well-being, given the ferocity of the groups opposing British forces. The chances of the captured operatives enduring such hostile conditions seemed slim. Faced with the urgent need to rescue Alpha 1 and 2, the SAS unit's commander quickly realized his team was too small for such an operation. He called for backup from an SAS group 300 miles away. The reinforcements were geared up with submachine guns and C-8 carbines, readying for deployment on a waiting C-130 aircraft, eager for action. Yet, when they sought approval for the mission, higher-ups denied it, fearing it might escalate into a larger conflict with the insurgents and result in more casualties. This hesitation mirrored the slow response from London officials, reflecting the precarious political situation in post-invasion Iraq. Despite his superior's refusal to authorize a rescue, the SAS commander, understanding the grave danger of leaving his men captive, chose to act. His appeal to the high command was ignored, fueling his determination not to abandon his operators. In a defining moment, he defied orders, boarding the C-130 with his unit to save their comrades. Upon reaching the police station, they collaborated with local authorities and British Army officers seeking a peaceful release. But their negotiations failed, and a hostile crowd surrounded them as tensions escalated. The situation deteriorated rapidly, with their vehicles besieged by rocks and Molotov cocktails, forcing one crew to evacuate. With each passing hour, the crisis intensified. In a decisive second attempt, the SAS, backed by helicopter and infantry support, took a more aggressive approach. They breached the police station walls with their armored vehicles, and soldiers swiftly poured into the compound amidst the chaos of flashbangs and gunfire, quickly neutralizing armed militants. Inside, the team found several terrified policemen who immediately surrendered, were disarmed, and handcuffed. The initial search for the captive SAS operatives proved fruitless, raising fears they had been moved. However, a thorough sweep revealed the two operatives handcuffed in a bathroom. Bruised but alive, they were quickly checked over and evacuated to a waiting armored vehicle, marking a successful but intense rescue operation. Following the rescue, the SAS team quickly regrouped and retreated, navigating their armored convoy safely back to base. Alpha 1 and Alpha 2, now free, were immediately taken to a hospital for medical care. The operation, while successful, wasn't without repercussions. Approximately 100 prisoners escaped during the commotion, and the Iraqi authorities demanded compensation for the substantial damage caused. The news of the daring rescue spread swiftly, reaching from the chain of command to the Ministry of Defense and, ultimately, the Prime Minister's office. As the public became aware of the incident, it placed the authorities in a challenging position. The idea of reprimanding the SAS operators now hailed as heroes for their bravery in rescuing fellow soldiers in Iraq posed a moral and public relations dilemma too complex to address simply. The higher-ups retroactively authorized the already completed rescue to mitigate the situation, avoiding disciplinary action against the SAS heroes. This decision was partly influenced by the revelation that SAS leaders were prepared to resign if the mission was obstructed. The UK government, acknowledging the impact, compensated Iraq with millions for the damages, including rebuilding the police station. The incident fueled national debate on the UK's role in Iraq, highlighting the risks and repercussions of involvement.